First time.
First time. Oh my, folks. We are live for the Remodelers on the Rise show. And today I have I always say very special guest. I'll say a extremely very special guest. Bailey happens to be my right-hand gal, my marketing director. How would you prefer the title? Marketing director, yes. But you have been you're my right hand and kind of left hand.
I think at
And
one point you used like a person extraordinaire kind of term.
that's nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
That sounds correct. And I was just asking Bailey before we clicked the live button. I said, have you ever been an actual guest or co-host on the Remodelers on the Rise show? Because she has done some intros when we processed the live show and put it up as a podcast. But welcome to your first official live Remodelers on the Rise show, Bailey.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Yes.
Only took 4 years.
It only took 4 years, folks. And the reason, and we have people. See, everybody that's part of the VIP club have really gotten to know Bailey because she's on every call, and then they met her in person. And what I have to be careful of is yours truly, as an entrepreneur's entrepreneur, may have a little bit of an ego. I think you got to have a little confidence, a little ego, whatever. I curtail it. I try to contain it. But the VIP club's always like, oh, Bailey, we love you, Bailey. And they treat me like chopped liver is how it usually goes. So feel free to type in the comments or to like it if you want to give Bailey some love. We would love that.
It's because I'm in charge of the food, Kyle. You tell them hard things they need to do. And I'm like, here are some brownies.
Here's some. That is kind of the case, isn't it? Well, you do more.
It is.
So what we're doing today is we are doing 22 social media ideas for remodelers with Bailey and Kyle. And I've got a little sound effect. And I told Bailey this morning, I said, are we actually going to go through all 22 in our 30-minute show? And Bailey, what did you tell me?
Absolutely.
We're going to rapid fire through them?
Yeah.
And I will hit the little chime after each one. So
yeah.
we have 5P. Proper preparation prevents poor performance is an acronym that you should know and that you should ingrain into your team. And Bailey 5P'd for this to the point where we've got our 22 items. Some of them have my name next to them. Some of them have Bailey's name next to them. And we're going to get right into it with number 22 of 22 social media ideas for modelers, because we're going to count them down because that's more exciting. So this first one is when you are doing design work, you may think to yourself, I'm just looking at chief architect. I'm just, reviewing these designs. The stuff that you do there, the 3D designs, the way that it shows the transformation from what it was to what it is going to be is a very solid and great social media post that you should be capturing. Whether that is using a tool like Loom to record your screen and show people what it is and upload that Loom as a social media post, whether it is taking a picture of it, whether it is having somebody take a picture of you going like this with the design right there, you need to show that off. You're going to hear a little bit of a recurring theme in these 22. And what that is design and project development is an extremely important part of the overall remodeling experience. And the more you show that and create content around that in your marketing, in your social media posts, the better. So that was number 22. Show off your design work. Bam. Bailey, over to you.
Love it. Number 21. Show off your selections.
Oh, see, Bailey's going to be he's just going to be very sad about this. It froze up in the 10 minutes that we were prepping before this, and she's currently frozen. Oh, it's gonna make her so anxious, but luckily we are fine. And last time she came back in about 30-40 seconds. Oh, see, she just disappeared. All right. So how do I do this? Am I supposed to run the show here, folks? If you're watching this live, can you comment that says, Kyle, we're still hearing you? And Bailey will pop back in here momentarily, I'm very sure. Oh, she's almost here. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, we shall see. Oh, Bailey. This is probably her. So for me, it's like, this is okay. We can make this happen. For her, this is kind of her worst nightmare. See, somebody's watching live. They said, Kyle, we're still hearing you. And she's currently probably freaking out. Come on, little StreamYard. Okay. For some reason, hers is not connecting. All right, we're gonna keep the train going, and then I'm gonna keep an eye on the item there. So I'm going to skip down to the ones that I'm doing, and then we'll circle back. So number 19, 22 social media ideas for your remodeling business. This one says ballpark versus detailed estimates. Many people are confused what a free estimate, quote unquote, is or isn't. And you can help combat their confusion by being upfront about the differences, really explaining what a ballpark estimate is versus what a detailed estimate is. That phrasing of we offer a free estimate, and a free estimate, here's what that looks like. We're able to, based on our years of experience, like this can be a post, based on our years of experience, based on seeing dozens and dozens of kitchens, we are able to, after you send photos, after we have a conversation, or perhaps even seeing your space, we're able to give you a ballpark range of where we think your project's going to come in at. And from there, we can get into more of a detailed design and estimating process so that you sign something that has all of the selections figured out, all of the details, and more of a fixed and firm price. This is something that is talking about our process. Step by step, this is how we work. Your homeowners do not have an understanding of how ballpark estimates versus detailed design and estimating looks like. And you need to educate them. You educate them when you're on the phone with them. You educate them when you meet with them in person. You need to create posts and educate them before they even reach out to you. It can be a differentiator for you, and it's a nice know, like, and trust builder for you. So that was the ballpark versus detailed estimates. Oh, poor Bailey. Poor Bailey. Let's call her on the cell phone just to hear the frustration in her voice and the anxiety in her. Oh, see, she has her phone turned off because she has 5P'd. Oh, hopefully her connection will be fixed and she will return momentarily. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep cruising. I'm going to again skip hers because, oh, here we go. This is it. Oh, she just tried calling. This is the way it goes sometimes, folks. This is live. Bailey, are you having fun yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You're currently. Yes. You're on speakerphone, so you're kind of hearing. And somebody just wrote, "You're doing great, Kyle." ... But they miss you. So your connection into StreamYard is just not working whatsoever. And have you tried to see if it was a connection issue and switched to your hotspot?
My hotspot's not working very well here, so if it was a connection issue, StreamYard definitely would not work.
I see. Okay, well, keep.
I think you should just take it away.
Okay, I will do that, and we will chalk this up to a disappointing. And you were bringing the energy. You were doing a fantastic job. You were all prepared, and now we will have to go with Plan B.
Now I will never be invited on the show.
Oh, no, it is not your fault. It is not your fault. All right, I'm gonna keep. Here's what I would like. Yes, I will cruise along, and we will knock through these 22. Talk to you later. Oh, poor Bailey. Okay. All right, we're going to cruise through here. Do I want to cover Bailey's? I probably do. What I will do is when I get to Bailey's, I'll kind of read what we wrote up, and then I'll hop to mine. So there we go. So we're going to go to number 18. Number 18, folks. Before and afters. People love a good transformation, and something that you guys do and gals do that is very, very cool is to really show that before and that after. Make sure that we capture the proper angle and a good photo of the before, and make sure you match that sucker up with the after so you can really see that transformation. There's so many different programs that you can use to make that a very cool static image, more of an animated image. A good social media post for remodelers is to create before and afters to make people go ooh and ah. Somebody wrote, Bailey, I think Kyle purposefully sabotaged you because of his ego. Wow. Now, see, that feels like somebody that knows Bailey. And then this person also used this emoji where it's like the, I don't know, which happens to be, I am not very opinionated about emojis, but that I don't know happens to be my least favorite emoji of all time. So this person specifically is going directly at me here. Now that I would never do. All right, we'll see. Number 18. Number 17, client testimonials. You currently have Google reviews. Number one, how many Google reviews do you have? And if you went to Google and you pulled up your reviews and you took a screenshot of your screen, that's a perfect little post, my friends. You take a screenshot of that beautiful testimonial that somebody left you, and I like to capture it within that Google review kind of design because it looks official. Or somebody went on Facebook and underneath one of your posts or on Facebook left you a glowing testimonial. Take a screenshot of that. That is a great post. Some words that could go along with it. We love our clients, and this is a client that we did a kitchen remodel for. Here's what they have to say about us. Perhaps you take their testimonial along with a photo of their finished project. That is a great social media post for remodelers. How do you like that, folks? All right. So we are cruising right along. We're going to use the chime in between. Let me go back to the top. We got design work. I shared about that. Number 21, the selections process. Bailey was going to leave that. Let me just touch on that so we can go all the way through the 21. The selections process, when you are meeting somebody to do final selection of the countertop, when you are meeting with a homeowner to do final selection of fixtures or tile, take photos of that. Talk about it. Talk about the difference between a project that has all of the selections made up front versus a project that doesn't. We work really, really hard up front in the selections process so that when you sign this contract with us, all of those details are already done. This is what ensures that the project stays on time and on budget. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm giving you the words that you can type out. You take an image of it, you type that out, again, explaining this is how we work in the process. Okay, number 20, again, Bailey was up for this one. What to expect. Really say, this is how we work. Here's how our initial phone call goes. If you create a post that just says, do you ever wonder what to expect if you did reach out to us about your remodeling project? Here's what we do on the initial phone call. Doot, doot, doot. That's a great post. We're going through 22 social media ideas for remodelers. That is a great post. You could also do it on the pre-construction meeting. If you are a remodeler who is doing it right, which means you are having a nice, solid pre-construction meeting. This is a week or two before the project officially starts, and you are bringing together the homeowner, yourself, maybe your lead person or your project manager, and you are going through all of those logistical details and all of the step-by-step that we're going to take care of on that project. Have your marketing hat on, be taking some photos of that, be taking some pictures of that, and that is great content to be showing. We need to show, here's a theme of a lot of these, we need to show more of what's going on before a hammer ever hits the job site. The majority of your posts are of beautiful finished projects. I'm not against that, but we need way more of our posts to be showing off the process that really, really is critical to the project going smoothly. Show more of what happens before the hammer ever hits the job site. Okay, so that's number 20. Number 19, I talked about ballpark versus detailed estimates. Teach people about that. Number 18 was before and afters. Number 17 was client testimonials. So we were cruising right along. The train is back on the tracks. And we will now move on to number 16, which is on job site cleanliness. As I get done with my sheets, I got 4 sheets printed off. I'm kicking it old school and throwing them away when I'm done with them. Number 16 is job site cleanliness. Everyone has heard horror stories about remodeling projects gone awry. Help show them what makes you different by snapping a picture of something you do to help keep the job site clean. Show the stack tools, show someone sweeping, show the dust containment and dust barriers that you have, and post about how you treat your clients' homes with respect by prioritizing job site cleanliness. That matters to your clients. And who is viewing your social media? It's the person that just reached out because they heard about you through a friend, and they are going to your social media feeds on Facebook and Instagram to figure out what you're about. And here you are getting ready to do the initial phone call with them, and they've scrolled through your Instagram and Facebook, and they see your attention to detail. And one of the things they see is how you care about job site cleanliness. Is that differentiating you? Is that building know, like, and trust with them? Yes and yes. So that was number 16 on 22 social media ideas for remodelers. Rock and roll. Let's keep going. Number 15. Above and beyond examples. Is there something you do to go above and beyond for your clients? Maybe it's swapping out air filters to combat the dust the project has created. Maybe it's a little personalized gift at the end of a job, or following up with them to see if they have any problems or questions 6 months after the project is done. Whatever you do to go above and beyond, take a picture of a specific instance of it occurring and post about it. That filter idea, by the way, that's just a smart remodeling process thing to do after all the dust is flying. Yes, during the pre-construction meeting, you should have an item on your checklist that says check size of air filter for furnace. And yes, you should be organized enough that that's on your checklist, and that at the end of our demolition phase, and when we most need to do it, probably a couple times throughout the process, drywall phase, etc., you are going to replace that. And yes, take a picture of that and explain why you do that. It is one of the little things that we do that really helps our clients enjoy the remodeling experience. Pay attention to that and document it. Show that off a little bit. All right, that was number 15. Number 14, it says introduce your team members. Folks, if you look at your Google Analytics and you have an Our Team or Meet the Team page on your website, chances are one of the top pages that people are clicking on is the Our Team. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. And on top of that, a successful remodeling business, the foundation of that is your team. The experience that your clients are going to have, whether it's excellent or whether it's mediocre, has so much to do with your team members. Their kindness, their communication, their respect, their skill, all of that. And great social media posts feature your team members. No, none of them want you to take their picture. They're going to whine about it. Do it anyway. That is part of their contribution to helping you market your remodeling business, their remodeling business. So introduce your team members, talk about them a little bit, share why you love them so much as being a part of your team. Share a comment that a homeowner made about that person. That is something that they are going to appreciate. They're going to notice. It is also smart to perhaps tag them in it so that all of a sudden their friends and family see it as well. That gets the reach out there. But do that more often in your social media. Introduce your team members. That was number 14. Number 13, it says answer frequently asked questions. There are questions you are regularly asked about in remodeling, such as how long is this project going to take? Can I buy my own materials and have you install it? Why do you charge for design? Can't I get a free estimate? These are questions that pop up, and good social media content actually just answers them. People are asking these questions because these questions and many more because they're interested in knowing the answer. They're not sure what the answer is. And to get in front of that and to educate and to teach and to build know, like, and trust by answering those questions, those are great social media posts. So that was lucky number 13. All right. We are going through, my friends, 22 social media post ideas for remodelers. I see a bunch of you watching live. Can you please type in the comments what is one of the posts, one of the things, one of the takeaways that you have so far that you're going to create some social media content around? We talked about design work, selections process. Okay. We're going all the way down to number 12 now. Number 12 says process videos, especially if they involve machinery. People love to see you in action. Take a video of demo, of installation, of a ta-da part of a project and post it. If you're doing a bigger project that requires any sort of heavy machinery, definitely grab a video and post of it. You got a crane coming in, oh, you better be creating some posts about that. People will love that. You know, take a video of you going, oh, this is so fun, and then show the crane coming in. You know, show off some of the process, more of the process. To you and to your team, it just is a garden variety Tuesday. We do this every day. We measure it like this every day. We take that trim and we connect it to the other trim piece, and it fits perfectly every day. All I'm hearing as I go through those is content, content, content. Remodelers, you have to take content more seriously. It is a critical component now and in the future of your overall marketing efforts. It is what's going to continue to differentiate you. It's going to continue to build know, like, and trust. And we need to put our content hat on way more often, and we need to empower our team to be thinking about creating content way more often. Incentivize them. Have a little game that says that, you know, if you submit a social media post idea or a photo or a quick video, you're in the running for a $50 gas card at the end of the month. Do whatever you need to do to get more people to buy in. And specifically owners watching this, yes, you may not be in charge of your marketing because you have somebody that you've empowered for that. You are a content creator. I don't like getting in front of video. I don't care. Get in front of video. Practice it. Get better at it. Create more content. It is critical to the strength and health of your marketing efforts. See, I'm feeling like I just need to bring the heat more heavily because my dear Bailey had all of that technical difficulties, and I had to bring all of the energy, unfortunately. And somebody accused me of sabotage. Look at this, Bailey. I think Kyle purposefully sabotaged you because of his ego. Now, I did talk about my ego at the start of the show, but that is, of course, not the way. Hey, people watching live, what is a takeaway you've had so far? We've got all kinds of good ideas here. All right, so that was number 12. We're moving on to number 11. I'm done with this page. We got 2 more pages left, folks. We got 8 minutes to cover 11 items. We might go a couple minutes over because we had a little bit of technical difficulty, but let me hit you with these. Number 11. Holiday well wishes. This is low-hanging fruit that needs to be a part of your social media plan. Post a well wish, a nice little photo or graphic when the holiday rolls around. Bonus points if you just amp up the fun level a little bit. If you go into Canva, CANVA.com, that's a great little tool to create professional-looking social media posts and graphics and content. Canva.com. If you don't know what that is, make that your takeaway. I'm going to look into Canva. Type in the comments a takeaway, people watching this live. But if you can just amp it up a little bit and grab a Santa hat and take a picture of you or a team member in a Santa hat, that is going to get so much more engagement than something that says, Kyle's Remodeling would love to wish you a Merry Christmas. But something that's got a little personality to it, it's got your team in it, it's got you involved in it, that will get a lot more engagement. By the way, that is a general rule. The more personalized you make it, the more you show faces, the more you show your team, the more you get in front of the camera, that's going to have much stronger engagement. So yes, that is a great social media post, some holiday well wishes, but make sure it's got a little personalization to it to really help make the engagement. Number 10, caption comments. Have a silly office or job site photo, post it, and let your clients, friends, and family show off their wit by holding a caption contest. That's a good one, and that's kind of fun. Oh, I covered that pretty quick. Number 9, employee birthdays / work anniversaries. On employees' birthdays and work anniversaries, post a photo. Snap a quick picture of them and leave a comment congratulating or thanking them, sharing something you appreciate about them or that they do well, and encourage others to do the same in the comments. When I see some of my remodeling clients do this, I inevitably see some of the clients going, oh, I miss Johnny. I loved having Johnny on my job site. He is an amazing craftsperson. You know, I see some of our clients see that, and that's just good. That's good marketing. Do not undervalue how much us heaping praise and showing our appreciation for our team matters. Are you running a remodeling business where if I asked your team members, does your owner, does your boss appreciate you? And they kind of like, yeah, I mean, I get a paycheck. We do that once a year, Christmas party thing, and usually there's a little bonus. Yeah. A lot of times they're kind of cranky or kind of pushing us, or they like, yeah, they show me their appreciation so frequently and so often that of course I know that they appreciate me. They're encouraging, they're helpful, they're They just go above and beyond with that. And this is one of the ways to do that. Really highlight them and show your appreciation for them on their birthday and or on their work anniversary. Pay attention to when their work anniversaries are. That's a great thing to pay attention to, measure, and make happen. Cool. That was number 9 on the 22 social media ideas for remodelers. Number 8, community events, especially if you're sponsoring. Support your local community. Share information about local events on your page and consider sponsoring some local events, some sports teams, etc. Get in there with that sports team that you sponsored. Go to the sponsor night, because they always have sponsor night, and get your picture with them and just show you with them. Sometimes I think when we sponsor things, yes, we sponsor things just for the sheer community involvement, community support. There's also times where it's fun to also kind of show what you've been up to. You guys did some Habitat for Humanity. Yes, take a picture of that. Post that. Explain why you're doing it. Not just hey, look at us, we did something good, but why are you doing that? Show people how they can get involved as well. Talk about how that is a core value of your business, is to give back to the community. We want to be a company that is actively giving back to the community. And one way that we do it, and we'd love for you to join us with it, is fill in the blank. Okay, so number 8, social media posts, community events. And also, if there's a cool event coming up that you're not even like running or necessarily sponsoring, and you think it's just cool, or you've been there before, highlight that, share that, link to that. People notice that. These event organizers notice that, and that can be a good way to support your community and also build some know, like, and trust with other folks. Rock in. Number 7, I need some more comments, people. Number 7, behind the scenes information. Create a quick behind the scenes video explaining part of your process, something you're working on in the office, what you wish people knew before they called you, etc. People love feeling like they have an inside scoop. Oh, you just decked out the back of your trailer and it's all organized. What an awesome video. Oh, you just are going through the process of setting up a new project and you're going through how you do dust containment. Show that off. There's just an go think about through your day. There's all kinds of content that is happening all around you, whether you're in the office or whether you're out in the field. Show some of that behind the scenes. Lovely. Number 6, share awards / education achievements for your business and team members. Are you encouraging your team members to continue their education? Do they have that certified lead carpenter affiliate deal? Are they a certified kitchen and bath designer? Make sure that you are shining that out there and really recognizing them. Those are great social media posts. That's page 3 of 4, folks. Excellent. Moving on to number 5, this or that posts. This is a simple, effective social media post idea for remodelers to increase your comments, to increase the engagement. Post 2 pictures and ask people to vote for this or that, to vote for their favorite. Kind of a simple little thing, but it does have good engagement, and it does make people think, and it makes people, instead of just scrolling by, they kind of see it and they click on it. That engagement, that helps with the social media algorithm. The more that you have that people are engaging with, the more likely it's going to be showing up in their feeds, and future posts are going to be showing up in their feeds. So that's number 5. Number 4, time-lapse videos. People love seeing rapid transformations. We are an instant gratification people, and we love seeing that quick turnaround, where we notice that, and we've been conditioned to love that by looking at HGTV over the years to really show that time-lapse. I can go on my iPad, on my iPhone, and record a small little time-lapse video pretty quickly and easily. So keep that in mind. People love seeing it. Consider creating a time-lapse video for one aspect of your model and share on social media. If you have a GoPro, that becomes very easy to do it. There's a lot of tools out there that make this very easy to execute. That was number 4. Number 3 on the 22 social media ideas for remodelers. We are just cruising right through them, folks. Number 3 is share what makes you different from the competition. So that's one question, just a marketing strategy questions. What makes you different? When I was at the NARI Milwaukee event last week in beautiful Milwaukee, at the Potawatomi Casino and Resort and Convention Center, I did a session on marketing, and one of my points during it was talking about marketing strategy and really grappling with and thinking about what makes you different. Is it clean job site? Is it communication? Is it your process that you walk people through? Identify something that makes you different and write a post about it. A lot of people may share similar things as far as what differentiates you, but most likely they're not talking about it during their sales and marketing. They're not posting about it. Think about what makes you different and create posts around that. Number 2 says screenshots of reviews from Google and Houzz. So this was going back to testimonials. I kind of mentioned this one. So earlier we could have even gone video testimonial route, but you already have reviews on Google and Houzz and Facebook. Take those screenshots. We're getting ready to promote the VIP club, and I just had a bunch of VIP for 2023. Stand by, get ready, folks. There's some spots opening up, and you'll love it. But we were going through that, and a bunch of current VIP club members typed underneath a post what they loved about the VIP club this year, and capturing an image of their post that shows their name, their photo, and what they wrote is even stronger than if they just emailed it to me and I just copy and pasted it and put it in a little designed bubble. It's way more real and authentic, and it stands out. So you can do something similar when it comes to creating content around Google and Houzz, etc. reviews. Well, by golly, folks, how do you like that? We're down to number 1 in the 22 social media ideas for remodelers. We've talked about really, how would I summarize? I'm just going to summarize it. I'm going to summarize it by saying you just got a flurry, before we get to number 1, you just got a flurry of ideas to get you thinking and get you creative with freshening up and tightening up your social media efforts. 1, and you need to be consistent with it. You need to think like a content creator. I'm about to get to number 1 here in a second. You need to always have your content creation hat on. The more that you do that, the more consistently you do that, you're going to start to see content ideas left and right. Then you're going to start posting, and you're going to see the engagement. Wait, when I post something that shows my team, that shows our behind the scenes, that shows our process, that gets a lot more engagement. And that's going to get you excited. You're going to do a little competition that says anybody on the team that submits a social media post idea, a little image, a little graphic, a little written word, you are in the running for a nice little gift card, and we'll draw one of the names out at the end of the month. Incentivize them to be thinking about content creation. And you have a bunch of different ideas there. So the number one item here, there's a drum roll. Whoa. Number 1 item says, let us post for you. Wait, that's an option? Oh, are you seeing the thing that goes down at the bottom? It says generate more repeat and referral work. Try Remodelers Autopilot. If you're wearing a lot of hats right now, we've had for the last few years a program called Remodelers with an S Autopilot. If you go to remodelersautopilot.com, remodelersautopilot.com. We're just about to change the pricing of it a little bit. We also are going to not be doing the $1 trial for the first month going forward. That's going to be changing in the next couple weeks. But if you go to remodelersautopilot.com right now, as of November 15th, 2022, you will see that you can try out Remodelers Autopilot for $1 for the first month. Each month, you get social media posts that you can select. You can add your own images to it. You fill out the form. You click the button that says, Kyle, I would love for you and your team to actually schedule these out for us for the month. You could click submit, bada bing, bada boom. We take care of all that and those posts. And then in addition to that, there are 2 email newsletters that you get to select and choose from each month that is similarly very, very easy. There's a reason it's called Autopilot. Okay. So if I go to your Facebook, your Instagram right now, and I haven't seen a post from you in 6 months, Remodelers Autopilot would be a very helpful way for you to be consistent and solid with your social media and with your email newsletter side of things. Now, I also say this, a lot of my Remodelers Autopilot clients love it, and they use it, and there's 6 or 8 posts every month that they utilize from Remodelers Autopilot. And I also want them to do additional posts on top of that. I want you to still be capturing a lot of the things that we're talking about in these 22 ideas. And you'll see that the content that we create that's part of Remodelers Autopilot has incorporated a lot of these ideas as well. So that's number 1, is take a look at Remodelers Autopilot, because we can help you execute a lot of this. Rock and roll. I had planned at the end, Bailey, how was that first experience co-hosting the Remodelers on the Rise show? And what she was supposed to say is, well, that was a lot of fun. I was a little nervous at the start. This is kind of new. I never know where you're going, but that was fun to do. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, we only got a smidgen of Bailey's time on here today, but we'll try that again next time. Thanks everybody for watching another episode of Remodelers on the Rise. If you're listening to the recording of this, go ahead and click on your little podcast app and maybe leave a review so that more people can find it. And feel free to reach out anytime and go check out remodelersautopilot.com. Catch y'all soon.